Give it a moment and let everyone come in. Okay, welcome everyone. You are all here for the Girl Scouts of the Northwestern Great Lakes Rallyhood Admin Training for service area managers and troop leaders. I do want to let you all know that we are recording this training this evening, and I'm going to let Amy Schultz kick us off.
Hi, GSNWGL friends. I am Amy Schultz. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Girl Scouts of the Northwestern Great Lakes, and I have the pleasure of welcoming you to our Rallyhood training for our volunteers. I know that some of you know that we did a lot of strategic planning in the last year or two, and we did a lot of analyzing about what our volunteers could use the most. What are our best services and resources for our volunteers? And when we were looking for something that could do payment for service area events and troop activities, we stumbled upon Rallyhood and we were so taken by it. It just seemed like it hit so many of the things that we were talking about in planning about making the volunteer experience better for you, for how easy things are, for how fun things are. So we're really looking for a great tool for communication and working with your troops, and we think that we found it in Rallyhood. And tonight is the beginning of that. I am very excited to hand it over to the Rallyhood staff to train us all about Rallyhood so that we can learn more. So thanks, Danielle, and hello, everybody. Can't wait to can't wait to get started.
Thank you, Amy. So I will begin with Rallyhood introductions. I'm Danielle Santiago. I'm the product manager here at Rallyhood. And that essentially means that I'll be your go-to person for all things backend related. That includes support tickets, building out your council's ecosystem of hubs and rallies, as well as membership invitations and leading your platform trainings. I too am a Girl Scout at heart, and I'm thrilled to be here with you all and really excited to get you trained on Rallyhood this evening. Joining me is Alicia Hanoush, who is here to support this evening's training as well, and she is our operations manager. And then you'll also see Mary Pedrick here. She is not able to join us this evening. However, she is our partner success manager. She works with all of our Girl Scout councils to support them through the onboarding implementation process. And we also have Emma Ray, who is also unable to join tonight, but she is our newest member of the team, and she is our account manager. And you may receive communications from them in the future, so we'd like to put a face to the name. On our agenda this evening, we will be going through a quick slideshow presentation to help level set before we begin our training. Also, we'll go ahead and show you some resources that will be coming your way in the following email from tonight's training, so that you will get that email in the next couple of days, and there will be a lot of information coming your way today. We do not expect you to absorb it all in one sitting, but we do want to reinforce that we have these resources available for you, as you will want to reference them following this evening's training session. Then we're going to go into our live demonstration, followed by Q&A. We are going to reserve questions until the very end of our presentation. But during the demo, if you would like to ask questions, please feel free to insert them into the Zoom Q&A feature. And then we will begin with those Q&A questions first. You should have received a link to view our pre-training video, which would have given you a really great head start on understanding what Rallyhood is all about. To level set, if you did miss that pre-training video, we will go over those three distinct portions of the Rallyhood platform today. Those would be your My Rallyhood dashboard, the rallies themselves, and then also the hubs. Your personal dashboard is what you will see when you first log into the platform. And here is where you can personalize your experience, access your settings, and you will also see aggregate informational views of some of our features. This space will be personal to you, and all of the groups shown on the screen here that you see are Suzanne Gleason's. They are personal to her. They are her hubs and rallies in which she has membership in, making everything really unique and personalized to each person dependent on the group that they are engaged within. When you click into one of those groups, whether it be a hub or a rally, you will have a complete suite of collaboration tools such as the message wall, calendar, signups, photos, files, and more. All of these features are what we will be training you on this evening. And we do want to make sure that you are also aware that as an admin, you can also turn some of these features on or off so that when you navigate through your ecosystem of different hubs and rallies, you may find that you have different settings and featured tools available based on the different needs of that specific group. Next, we have hubs, which is a place to manage a group of related rallies. A hub has the same tools that a rally has, plus it has an additional capability of housing other rallies underneath it in an umbrella for hub admins to manage. For instance, if you are a service area manager, you will manage a hub for your service area and the rallies that are nested underneath, such as your troop rallies, and you can even create new rallies for your service area when needed. Next, we have our rallies, and rallies are where your day-to-day collaboration and communication will take place for your groups, and members of the rally can share communication and resources within the rally, and rally admins will have the ability to monitor and manage that content. Now on to those resources that I mentioned. The first thing coming your way will be the recording of your training session from this evening to rewatch when needed. And we will also be sending a flyer in that email about the Rallyhood mobile app, which can be a really great resource to pass around at the beginning of the year troop meeting or service unit meeting to help inform folks about Rallyhood and also to provide those QR codes so that they can download the mobile app to get started. We will also be sending 2 user guides your way. We have an admin specific user guide and then a user guide for members or people with a friend role in Rallyhood who don't have admin capabilities. At the top of each page, there is also a hyperlink that will take you to our tutorial videos that are micro-learning, 5 minutes or less, located on our YouTube channel. We also have a one-pager that can be printed for a quick start guide to share with families, caregivers, and even older girls. And this is a great resource to hand out at the beginning of the year for a troop or service unit meeting as well. We do hope that you have received your email invitation to join your council's welcome rally and have already created your Rallyhood account. If you didn't, it may have gone to your spam folder, so just know that that is a possibility. And if someone has not engaged yet with Rallyhood before, your email may think we are trying to sell you something, causing it to be filtered to spam. When you and your members are invited to your service area hubs and troop rallies, this is the general layout of what you will see in the invitation email. Hub titles and banner images may look different depending on the group, but the layout will look the same. You will be looking for the Join the Rally button, where upon clicking, you will be taken to a new screen where you will set your time zone, set your first name, last name, and create your password for future login. And then you will just click Join this rally to get started. We do also want to take a moment to speak about the invitation process because your council is participating in a program that will sync groups and members from the council onto the Rallyhood platform. We do want to make sure that you understand that this will be reflected in your members tab of your hub. And this is not something that we can currently demonstrate live because we don't have a live data sync to our demo environment. So we do want to make sure that you have some information on this here, and you will receive this presentation along with the recording in a follow-up email so that you can reference back to the information here. So if you are a service area manager and an admin of a service area hub, or you're a troop leader and an admin of your troop rally, within Rallyhood from that members tab, you'll also be able to see any new members who've joined your troop or service area and have been synced to Rallyhood from your council's membership data. Those people will appear in your members tab and will look like these 3 examples that you see here on the screen that have the word pending next to them. To help the new members engaged with your online community, you're going to look for that word pending next to them, and you will be able to click invite user underneath that 3-dot ellipsis menu next to their name to automatically generate their email invitation to join that hub or rally. The word pending will then change to invited next to that person. And now we are going to go into our live demonstration. And I just want to say welcome again. I do want to reiterate that we hope to address all of your Rallyhood platform questions this evening. So you may submit those throughout the presentation using the Zoom webinar Q&A tool. And we'll aim to have a few moments at the end to address those. As we begin our demonstration, we will be using our demo environment today, and our user Maria Morales is not a real person, and her ecosystem of hubs and rallies was created for demonstration purposes only. You will be invited to join your service area and troop communities very soon. Please follow those instructions in your email to accept your invitation, create your Rallyhood account, and join your service area community. Upon creating your Rallyhood account, when you log in, the first thing that you're going to see is your personal My Rallyhood dashboard. So that's where we're beginning our training this evening. My Rallyhood dashboard is where all of your groups and their respective rallies come together into one place. It is one login, one site for all of your groups. And once you're in Rallyhood, you can get to your personalized dashboard from anywhere in the platform by clicking on that Rallyhood logo located in the top left corner. Your dashboard will have all of the hubs and rallies that you are a part of and that are relevant to you. On the rally tiles, you will see a couple of informational icons to aid with identification. The hub icon resembles an org chart, and it will tell you how many rallies are nested underneath that hub, while the rally icon looks like 3 people standing next to each other, and this signifies membership, and it will tell you how many people are members of that particular rally. In the top right of your dashboard, you can also search for rallies across the entire Rallyhood universe, and you can find your own groups as well as other groups or topics that may be of interest to you. From the drop-down menu next to search, you will see an option to refresh your screen back to your dashboard after searching. And you'll also see create a rally. All Rallyhood users have the ability to create unlimited personal rallies for things like running clubs, faith groups, and family reunions. You or your co-volunteers may already have a Rallyhood account and may have already created a rally for a troop or a service area. This is very common, and we can bring your pre-existing rally into your council ecosystem with your approval by simply reaching out to your council staff. On your dashboard, you will see a left-hand navigation menu. My Calendar is an aggregate of calendar events for all of your hubs and rallies. Messaging is your direct messages with other Rallyhood users who are also members of hubs and rallies with you. Activity feed is an aggregate of the message wall posts, new content uploads, and new events for all of your groups. Next is My Settings. This is where you can set up the details of your Rallyhood profile and really personalize your Rallyhood experience. As a best practice, we do suggest giving yourself a user profile image or avatar. You may then customize your name and set your current position or role, as well as specify your area of expertise. This minimal information will help those that are new to your council, new to the Rallyhood platform, or new to your service area or troop rally to become familiar with who you are and what role you serve. Next, you have your time zone. When you receive your invitation to join a rally in your email, at that time, you will create your account and it will include your time zone setting. We do encourage you to double check your time zone setting along with your other personalization settings in your profile after logging in, as it is important to make sure that you are collaborating in the correct time zone with your other rally members. Next, you can add in your contact information. These details of your address and phone number will only be available to the admin of the hubs and rallies if you choose to include it. Next, you can add your other personal social networking profile links. Underneath email addresses, here you will want to make sure that your primary email address is accurate and spelled correctly, because this is where all the communication from Rallyhood will be directed. A great feature here is that you do have the option to add additional email addresses in case you have multiples, like many of us do. And this way, if someone invites you to a rally using your secondary email, those notifications will be funneled to your primary email address. In notification settings, here you are able to turn these notifications on or off at any time by selecting or deselecting those boxes. At the bottom of the list, you will see receive all notifications, which turns on or off all of the notification settings simultaneously. We are going to briefly touch on a few of the important notifications to highlight. My Reminders will send you automatic reminders about calendar events, and you will be sent an automatic reminder 2 days prior, 1 day prior, and the morning of the event so that you don't miss out. Daily Digest sends a daily summary of all the activity within your rallies, such as message wall posts, new calendar events, and files being shared. Notify Immediately is a checkbox that rally admins can check when posting to the message wall. It will send a notification out to everyone immediately, and this does become really useful regarding time-sensitive matters like rain delays and deadlines. As an admin, you will also likely want to keep join requested turned on so that you'll receive those notifications when someone has requested to join your rally. Something to take into consideration with these personalized notifications is that those that are turned on will impact the number of emails that you could potentially receive from Rallyhood on a daily basis. But we do encourage at a minimum to keep the notifications we just discussed turned on. And those were My Reminders, Daily Digest, Notify Immediately, and Join Requested. Next is our Daily Digest. Here you can select the box to receive all of your rally daily digests in one aggregate email, or you can uncheck it to receive individual daily digests for each of your rallies. Some people may choose to do this to keep tabs on separate groups or organize them into email folders. And if you do uncheck that box, you will receive a separate daily digest email for each hub and rally in which you have membership. Next, you can update and change your password at any time as needed. And last in settings would be manage account. This is where you can remove yourself from the Rallyhood account should you no longer have membership in any of the groups or organizations that can benefit from the tools that Rallyhood provides you with. Next on our left-hand navigation menu is a very important tool that we like to call the Get Help feature. This launches a sidebar library of the most commonly requested support articles. When you click on one of them, it will open a screen with detailed instructions about how to use that feature and also includes a micro-learning tutorial video for quick review at the very bottom. Going back to the Get Help feature, when you type in the What Can We Help You With box, we'll type in gallery for an example. It will populate automated answers based on the keywords that are pulled from our FAQs. And as you scroll through those articles, if you still cannot find what you're looking for when you reach the very end, you'll see that Get in Touch button, or at the very top of the window, you'll see that Ask button. Clicking on either of those will take you to a space where you can message our tech support team directly. And we can also be contacted by email at support@rallyhood.com, and you will typically get a response within 24 hours. This is a great function to be sure to highlight as you're onboarding your service area and troop members into your rally groups. This has been an overview of your My Rallyhood dashboard. In the follow-up email, we will share with you your user guides and micro-learning tutorial videos for all of your My Rallyhood tools and settings, along with all of the other features on Rallyhood. So now we're going to take you into a hub environment. So we're clicking into Maria's Service Area 3461 hub. A hub and a rally are essentially the same, except hubs have an additional function of allowing nesting of rallies underneath the hub to help a larger group organize into subgroups. At the hub level, you can have unlimited admins who can use this space to communicate, share, store information and content with each other. And you can also publish communications and content like messages, files, and photos to the rallies directly underneath that hub umbrella. It is a super easy and efficient way to send targeted information to a handful of rallies or to mass communicate to all of the rallies nested underneath that hub. The tools available for collaboration in a hub are the same as in a rally. These were designed with Girl Scouts in mind to help you and your team to share information and coordinate events and activities within the rally. We will overview them now and take a look at how you can use each of those tools in just a moment. Message wall is where you can share what's happening, ask for ideas, and cross-pollinate learnings. Calendar is where you can create and share calendar events for meetings, activities, and reminders. Special events is where you can create customized event invitations with ticketing and registration. Payments is where you can collect digital payments for things like troop annual dues. Give is designed for monetary donations, and this really comes in handy for fundraising efforts for the council level, as well as the service area and troop levels. Gallery is where you can create photo albums and share photos from events and meetings. Files is where you can store, organize, and archive files. You can create folders, and you can share helpful documents and forms here. And this is great for knowledge transfer year after year. Links is where you can share helpful URLs and create link boards to share helpful web-based ideas and resources. Signups is where you can create and share signups for volunteer shifts, event sessions, and it's also often used to collect votes and feedback. Members is where you can see and manage all admins and members, as well as their roles and their permissions. And lastly, we have that groups tab. This is specific to a hub, and this shows all of the rallies that are nested underneath that hub. From the groups tab, you will also see create a rally. Service area hub admins can create new rallies under the service area hub umbrella. For example, a service area hub admin might do this to create a rally for a new service area committee. When you are ready to do this, just click the button and follow the on-screen steps to create your new rally in just a few clicks. When creating or editing hubs or rallies, it is important to maintain your consistent naming convention for all of your hubs and rallies. That includes your organization's name or acronym. You will want to share all of your service area hub with all of your service area hub and troop rally admins to make sure that they are knowledgeable of the naming convention for your ecosystem. Your council title format is rally title, followed by a vertical line or a pipe, then your council acronym, similar to that demo example shown here. Let's now take a look at an individual rally environment. From the Hub's group tab, we'll click into Maria's Troop 1389 rally. And the rally is where the day-to-day collaboration will take place for your group. Members of the rally can share communication and resources within that rally, and rally admins will have the ability to monitor and manage that content. One of the amazing things about Rallyhood is that there's no limit to the number of people that can be in a rally. We do have some organizations with rallies with as few as 3 people, while others have rally members in the thousands. You can also assign an unlimited number of admins to help manage your rally as well. As you can see in the horizontal navigation bar, the rally has the same collaboration tools that we just reviewed at the hub level, and we're going to take a look at how you can utilize each of those in just a moment. But first, we're going to click into the rally settings by clicking on the gear icon. Underneath options, you will be able to change the rally header image, edit the rally name, update the rally description, as well as craft that default invitation message that will be sent when you invite someone to join your rally. Next, you can adjust the rally membership privacy settings. So public means that the rally will be searchable and any Rallyhood user can join the rally with just one click. Please note that your council has directed that when creating a rally to please only either use private or unlisted as your rally settings. If you feel the need to have a public rally, please contact your council's implementation team for approval to do so. Private means that the rally will be searchable and Rallyhood users will request to join the rally, but there is a gatekeeping measure in place to ensure that those requests must be approved by a rally admin before people can join that group. And then lastly, you have unlisted, which means that the rally will not be searchable and people must be invited to join by the admin. Then you have notify immediately. In your personal dashboard, we saw earlier that you can turn notify immediately on or off for yourself as to whether you receive that email notification when an admin posts a message to the message wall and selects that notify immediately checkbox. This rally setting here would allow the rally admin to choose whether that checkbox is an available option for all members of the rally or only available to the admins. We do suggest keeping this defaulted to admin only to avoid flooded inboxes. Next is My Preferences. Here, all members will be able to turn on or off your personal email notifications for this rally. All members also have the option to remove yourself from the rally if you no longer are part of that group. And as an admin here, you can also archive or delete the rally. And it is important to note that deletion cannot be restored by rally admins. So you may want to choose archive as a first step and final delete at a later time. In Manage Features, here you can change the available features in your rally. We know that not all groups need every tool, so you can turn these on or off as needed, and they will no longer appear in the rally header menu. You do also have the available to change some of the names of the features by clicking on them. And you can also reorder all of the features in the navigation bar by clicking the crosshairs and dragging and dropping them in the order that you like. They will appear top to bottom here, which equates to left to right in the rally header menu. Last, we have Manage Payments. This is where you can add your Stripe account to the rally for special events, payments, and gift. And we're going to dive into those features in just a moment. But first, we're going to take you into our message wall. The message wall is a great solution to highlight if you're working to transition your service area or troop from another platform like Facebook due to privacy concerns or to avoid all of those annoying reply all emails. The message wall is the primary place in your rally for communicating to rally members. And typically the rally settings will allow for all members of the rally to contribute to the message wall. You'll notice the new message button at the top that you'll click on to post a new message and create a new message. If we click on that drop-down menu next to new message, here you can search the message wall by keyword and admins can edit the customization settings for the message wall. In the example at the top of our message wall, you'll see that you have several options available for you. You can see that you can fully format your message with font customization, such as bullets, bold, colors, underline, hyperlink, italicize, and more. You also have the ability to attach documents and photos. All members of the rally can interact with the post by providing a sentiment reaction to the message where they can like and they can thank. And they can also add a comment to the message wall post to interact with other members. To access a menu of options for the post, you're going to click on that 3-dot ellipsis menu. And from here, you will see that as an admin, you can edit and delete all messages on the message wall, regardless of who posted it originally. All members of the rally will have the option to view the details, which will inform that user if this is a post that was shared from an original posting in a different rally, and also if that post has been shared into other rallies. Admins have the ability to pin a message to keep important information at the top of the page. We do encourage pinning a welcome message on your rally that you'd like everyone to see first, with some guidelines, links, or other important information, and you can unpin that pinned message at any time. All members can share the message to other Rallyhood groups where they have membership, and all members will also be able to report the message if they feel that it's inappropriate. This does go directly to our IT department, who will have it removed as soon as possible. Next is our rally calendar. The rally calendar is great because it can help everyone in the rally to stay organized and informed about shared events, whether it's an upcoming meeting, training event, camp out, renewal deadline, or appointment. This is where you can create event reminders with an optional RSVP to announce a community partner event or a service area or troop meeting. To the right, you'll see new event. And if we click on that drop-down menu, you will see multiple options to choose from for your preferred calendar view in a standard grid or a list of events. Underneath there, you'll see the print icon to print out the layout of your selected calendar view. And next to that, you'll see the subscribe button. This is where you can do a one-way sync to import your rally calendar into your personal calendar, whether that's iCal Apple, Google, or either version of Outlook. This way, whenever an event is added to the rally calendar, it will automatically be added to your personal calendar. Just click on your calendar version, then click copy link and follow the on-screen instructions. Let's click into the Tuesday troop meeting on the calendar to see how one looks and all of the options that are available to you. First, you'll notice the details such as the event title, event creator, date, and time. And then you're going to notice the location. After that is the description of your event. Below the description, if your event is virtual, there is a space for you to add a meeting link and a password. Next, you'll see the RSVP button to the right. This option is available during the event creation process. In calendar events, the RSVPs are unlimited. In order to host an event with capped RSVPs, you will want to utilize our special events tool, which we will show you in just a moment. The last two things here that you'll notice that our members can share a sentiment reaction where they can like and thank, and they can also leave a comment for the group about the event. Now we're going to show you the special events feature. So special events offers the ability to design and create events with registration and tickets. The main idea with designing special events was to provide an event space similar to a platform like Eventbrite, but more discoverable to your troop members and easily shareable through the Rallyhood ecosystem to other rallies. Here, event organizers can create, manage, promote, download reports, and set up payments via Stripe, which is our payment processor. So let's look together at the annual Smithsonian Trip Museum of Natural History special event example that we've put together for you. And as you can see here, you have all of the information relating to that event on one page. You'll notice that you can add a banner image along with the event title, date, and time. Then you can add the detailed event description. Over to the top right, you'll see that you have the register and express interest buttons, which we are just going to briefly skip over and come back to in just a moment. Below those are the get shareable link, which is an option if the event is set up to be public so that you can share the link with non-Rallyhood users to allow them to register for your events. Underneath those, you'll see the ticket information, and here's where you notice that we can offer multiple ticket types and pricing tiers. If you're hosting a free event or are collecting payments with cash or check, you can still utilize the registration details in a special event format by simply entering 0 for the ticket price. Under cost, you'll see the date and time, again, followed by the event location. On the left, you'll see that we've integrated with Google Maps to pinpoint the event location, and this is a great feature, and it's really nice to know that that information is kept secure within your rally, rather than posted publicly on the internet for security of your participants, especially if it's a youth event. Under the event location, you'll see the registration deadline, and then you'll notice that you can include multiple attachments, which can come in handy for including an agenda, health history form, menu, and more. Last, you will see that your members will have the ability to leave a comment if they have questions or need to share additional information about the event. Now let's scroll back up. And we're going to click on that 3-dot ellipsis menu And from here, you'll see that you can edit the event details. You can manage the event. When we click manage, it's going to open a new tab. From here, you'll be able to click to download a list of registrants. You can manage Stripe accounts for your event. You can manually close registration even if the deadline has not yet passed. If we click on that drop-down menu to the right, here you can see specifically those who are attending, those who've expressed interest, those who've been waitlisted, and for whom refunds have been issued. By clicking the confirmation code for an order, here you can see the details of that order, and you can also issue refunds from here. Going back to our special event, from that ellipsis menu, we can also view the details. We can view the details to see where that event was originally posted and if it has been shared anywhere. We can also share the event to other hubs and rallies, and we can promote the event. So when we click promote, here you will see that you can share a message that will automatically populate details from the event description. And I'm sorry, Alicia, can you go into the other browser? Thank you. And when we click promote, here you will see that you can share, you can automatically populate details from the event, and you can share, you can promote your event by posting it to your rally message wall. That will also include it in your daily digest, or you can just include it in the daily digest for that day. Back to that ellipsis menu, all members can also report the event similar to how we saw on the message wall earlier. And you can also delete the event from the rally. Lastly, a really great feature is that once you've created your special event and it is active on Rallyhood, it will automatically link to your rally calendar. Next up is our payments. The payments feature is great. It's a great way to collect digital payments for things like council, service area, or troop merchandise. We also see this commonly used for collecting troop dues. Please note that digital payment collection on Rallyhood is coming soon, and your council staff will notify all volunteers when this is becoming available for you. We are going to take a look at the troop t-shirts payment and edit mode as an example together. First, you will see that you can add in your title and description with a variety of text formatting options. You can then add a banner image and any additional file attachments. Next, you can add your contact information as the organizer. And now you can start to add your item or items by clicking that Add Item button. And the process does include listing the item name, setting the available quantity, setting the price, and selecting the fee options to add the processing fees as a separate line item at checkout for the purchaser, or you can include them in the total price for the creator to absorb those fees. Next, you can add in your refund policy details for your organization. So you're just going to enter that information into the field there. Next, you will be able to complete your registration form to collect information from your purchasers. You're simply going to add instructions in that box, and you can customize up to 10 fields here. Next, you can add sales tax if necessary. And now you can select your payment account to manage payments. This is how people can purchase your items on Rallyhood. We have integrated with Stripe for payment processing on the Rallyhood platform. Stripe has a PCI level 1 security to make sure that your information and your attendees' information is always kept secure. Like most digital money transaction applications, there are fees that Rallyhood event organizers will need to take into consideration. On Rallyhood, the total payment processing fees are 5.8% plus 30 cents per transaction, which is lower than both Eventbrite and CheddarUp fees. If you already have a Stripe account connected to the rally, you'll be able to select that from the drop-down menu there. And if you need to create a new Stripe account for your rally, you're simply just going to click on that Stripe logo to get started. And we have a Stripe account setup tutorial video that will be included in the materials to be shared with you in the follow-up to this training session. Next is our Give feature. Give is a place where you can set up a fundraiser for supporting and raising money for your troop. Troop leaders may want to set up a Give for parents and families to make donations to their troops for things such as badge earning activity supplies. Please always follow guidelines set forth by your council for collecting monetary donations. The create process in the give feature works in the same way that we saw with special events and payments. We do like to provide a consistent experience to help make utilizing Rallyhood easy for admins and members. Next is our gallery feature. Here you can see that all members of the rally can create an album, they can view photos, and they can upload and download photos. To add pictures to your gallery, you're going to click Add Photo. And then you can also click on that drop-down arrow next to Add Photo where it is easy to create a new album. And then you can add multiple photos to that album. A really exciting new addition to Rallyhood is that you now have the ability to bulk upload up to 50 images at a time. From that drop-down menu, you can also search for albums by keyword and you can adjust your gallery settings here. Next, we have our files. In files, any rally member can view, upload, and download files such as event handouts, flyers, health histories, safety activity checkpoints, meeting minutes, and more. Here, all members of the rally can add a single file by clicking New File, or you can click on that drop-down arrow to create a new folder. This helps make it easy to organize related files and to quickly find the right file when you need it. No more emailing the same form each time somebody asks for it. Now you can direct them to the rally and they can quickly find it in this shared space. You can share a folder with other rallies that you are a member of by clicking on that share icon next to the folder. And there you go, you can choose the rally that you want to share to and click next, and it'll go directly to that rally. If we scroll down to a single file, this is where we can show you that by clicking that three-dot ellipsis menu, you do have the following options. Here you can edit the file name. You can view the details of a file. You can move the file into a specific folder. You can share the file to other rallies that you're a member of. You can report a file if you feel that it's inappropriate. You can delete the file. And lastly, you can download the file. We would like to note that Rallyhood supports over 30 different file types and does not limit total file storage. However, for a single file, the file size limit is 100 megabytes. Next, we have our links. Links is a great place to house those commonly visited websites or helpful URLs. Similar to gallery and files, you can add a single URL, or you can click on that drop-down arrow to create a link board, and you can also adjust your link settings from here. Let's look at the GSUSA resources link board as an example together. And here, as you can see, this is a great place to share links from all kinds of web-based resources. And you will notice that if the site has associated metadata, Rallyhood will automatically capture images and description text from that site, and you don't have to enter the information manually. Each individual link also has an ellipsis menu where you can edit, you can view the details, you can share the link, you can report, or you can delete it from here. We also have a YouTube integration. So let's click on the link, Why Girl Scouts is the Best Girls Leadership Experience in the World. And you're going to notice that the video launches right in the rally without the ads. And this helps keep the viewer in the Rallyhood environment to deter distractions and clicks away from the content. Next on the rally features menu is our sign up section. Signups can be used for a variety of things, like creating a sign up for shifts, potlucks, cookie booth reservations, and even polling and voting. It is a great way to get the members of your rally engaged and give them a space to feel heard. When you create a sign up, you'll first create a new list like the examples that you see here. Then within that list, you will create the various sign up options for members to select from. As an example, we're going to look together at the mentoring workshop. And you will notice the new sign up button at the top right. And this is where you'll be able to create your shifts or voting options. You will see that there are 3 signups underneath this particular list. Rally members can click sign up to reserve their spot for their date and time of their choosing. After clicking sign up, the platform will let you know that you've already signed up to prevent duplication. Admins can choose whether to display the names of those who have signed up to all members or only display to the rally admin. Keeping it discreet to only admin can really come in handy for confidential voting scenarios. Last is our members feature. From the members tab, all members can see a brief profile for other members of the rally. All members will see a drop-down menu on the left to filter their view by role. Admins will also see join requests at the top of the members tab and where they can accept and reject these requests. The list of members will always appear with the role in parentheses beside the name. So such as owner, admin, or friend, or yeah, owner, admin, or friend, sorry. Admins will be able to see email addresses for all members. This will not be visible to other Rally members. When you click on that three-dot ellipsis menu next to a person, you will see that admins can delete that person's membership to the Rally. All members can private message the person from here. Admins can manage all members' roles within the Rally. So owners and admins do have the same access to manage a Rally. The only difference is that owners can delete admins from the Rally, but admins cannot delete owners. Friends can consume and contribute content, but cannot manage content or people. Changing people from friend to admin or admin to owner can be particularly helpful in a staffing transition to easily hand the reins over to someone new coming in. Once your council is onboarded and you are invited in to support your council service area hubs or troop rallies as an admin, you will also be able to manage invitations for other adult volunteers and caregivers that have automatically synced to those groups from the council's membership data. Like we showed you at the beginning, new members who have recently joined the service area or troop will display here in the members tab with the word pending beside their name. And that ellipsis menu will give admins the option to invite the user to send them an invitation to join that group. And the admin will also have the option to delete them if they should not be invited to participate in Rallyhood. Back at the top, we will see a search button. And this is where members can search for other members by name or email. Underneath that search underneath the search button, you see that drop-down menu where you have some additional options here. This is where you can refresh your screen after you have done a search for a member. As an admin, you can update the members tab settings. And admins can also click invite friends to add members to the Rally. You can choose this option or that person plus icon that is next to the settings gear icon. When you select invite friends, you'll see that there are multiple options for Rally admin to invite new members. The first option is sending a personalized individual invitation. The second option is inputting in a bulk email list of up to 50 emails at a time. When using the email list, you will not be entering first and last names, so the system will try to parse those from the email address. If you ever see someone come into your members tab with the last name at gmail.com, for example, you will know that someone used an email list option to invite them, and they just need to simply log into their account and update their name in their My Rallyhood personal profile settings. Lastly, you can copy a shareable invitation link, which new users will click to create their Rallyhood account, then request to join your rally. Note that this link has the words create account in the middle, and this is designed to invite new members and users to your rally. If you know that someone already has a Rallyhood account, you can also copy and paste the URL from the browser and share it with them to prompt them to request to join. Please keep in mind that when inviting members, that Rallyhood does have an age restriction for children. All Rallyhood users must be 13 years of age or older. And as an admin, if you prefer to keep the Rally membership discreet, you can also choose to turn the members feature off in the Rally settings. Lastly, as a reminder, we would like to mention that Rallyhood also offers a mobile app experience that is completely in parity with the desktop version of Rallyhood. All of the features and admin functionalities that we reviewed are available on our mobile app from Apple and Google Play. So before we begin our Q&A, your staff would like us to reiterate the importance of joining the Welcome Volunteers Rally. The staff team has added many resources and is ready to engage with you for questions on the message wall. One thing they are excited to share with you is some branded banner images that are in the gallery. So we're going to open that up. And here they have created some wonderful banner images for you to use when you are creating your banner images for your rallies. We have flowers and all different options that are wonderful. It's wonderful to provide that for them. And that concludes your Hub and Rally Admin live demo training. And we are ready to answer your questions. So we'll begin with those that were submitted through the Zoom Q&A. And we are happy to go back into any Rallyhood feature or for additional demonstrations as needed to help answer your questions. So let's see what we have. Jasmine, let's start with Jasmine. Will there be an age limit for girls to join Rallyhood? Yes. So there is an age limit, 13 years of age or older. We do suggest that parents have an account for the children and monitor it closely, of course. For any child that is under 13 or even 13, we do suggest parents monitoring at all times.
Can I take Jasmine's next one?
You can.
So for your service area rallies, we created a service area rally for every service area, and then nesting underneath each of those service area rallies, we created a service team rally, an all volunteer rally, and a Juliet or IRG rally. And when you have your service area rallies be turned on for people to join, I'm going to ask you if you want all three of those nesting rallies underneath turned on, or if for some reason you want them to not to be public, or I'm sorry, not to be private yet, to allow people to join if you want it to stay unlisted, or if you want to for people to be able to join those. And I can see reasons why you would maybe not maybe you don't have a service team, maybe you don't have Juliet's. There might be, for whatever reason, however you want to use Rallyhood, you can make that decision in your service area.
Okay, great. The next question we have is from Anna. Will the service area manager be the only one who approves new members? So initially, the service area manager will be the only one to approve new members until that service area manager decides to upgrade somebody's role. So they can have as many admins as you would like, but initially the service area manager will be the first person invited into the service area. So once you are invited in, you create your Rallyhood account, you are the admin of that service area. You can then designate as many admins as you would like to help and assist with your service area hub. Okay, let's see, Joshua. Can somebody else become admin of a rally? For example, if a troop gets a new leader to keep a rally going instead of creating a new one. Yes, that can be done. In that instance, you can designate admin. If you are the admin of a rally, you can designate another troop leader at your wishes. You can certainly make them an admin. And then if you wanted to add them as an owner, we can do that on the back end as well. So you can always contact us and let us know, and we can also help you do that. Yes.
I think another thing to understand about why this is so good for Girl Scouts too is that they're also connected to the council. So if if the leadership of a troop turns over, or there's a gap in a couple months of leadership, we have the ability to give it to the next troop leader too. Whereas if you were doing something with a band app or something like that, you'd probably have to restart and start a new app with the new leadership. But these are all connected to the council, so we can keep that continuity in your troop going through the council as a service.
Perfect. Thank you, Amy. I am a graphics person. Where do I find the size requirements for the banner so that I can customize items for my groups? Amy, did you want to take that one?
We made these banners because we'd
Yeah.
like you to use these banners too. So we see some troops using a photo, and you can see that. We'd love for you to put your photos in the gallery and make your banners be one of these banners.
Perfect. Thank you. Next, we have a question from Anna. Does someone need to approve messages within a hub? No. So messages will not need approval within a hub. If there is a message that you feel maybe inappropriate or something that you just see, you can flag that message and we will take it down immediately. And you also, as an admin, will be able to delete that message no matter who posted or shared it. Maria asked, is there a council level account for Stripe, or are service area troops responsible for paying fees associated with Stripe?
I know that the council does, I know that the council is doing a council stripe, but I think that but I don't know what the answer is about the troop experience with Stripe. Do you, Daniel?
Secretary of Troops responsible for paying fees associated with Stripe.
I can answer that. It's Christine.
Sure. Hi, Christine.
Hello, hello. Yeah, great questions. So in particular for the Stripe question for troops, the default in Rallyhood when you're setting up your payments for special events, or using the payment feature, it will default to add any of the fees to the ticket purchaser. So the event ticket will include any of the payment processing fees to the purchaser of that ticket. So it would not be absorbed by you as a troop leader organizer.
Perfect. Thank you.
I guess I thought that question was when you're a troop and you're getting a Stripe account, does Stripe charge you the troop for your account, for your Stripe account?
No, it does not. Just the payment fees for tickets purchased.
Perfect, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, Melissa asked under the payments tab, what are the processing fees, i.e. Stripe fees, ACH, who pays for this? The troop. So the Stripe fees are 5.8% plus 30 cents per transaction. We do not currently have ACH, but we are working on implementing that very, very soon. It is in the works.
And
And
the fees for ACH will be lower than they are for the payment processing fees that is credit card, option through Stripe. So you'll still have both options as a purchaser, to either utilize the credit card option to purchase a ticket, or you can utilize ACH, which will be coming very soon to the platform.
perfect, thank you. Joshua asked for signups. Could they sign up for 2 items, for example, 2 shifts at 1 cookie booth? Absolutely can. Alicia, do you want to click into a sign up and just show an example where we can select multiple sessions? We'll just demonstrate for you. If you click into a sign up, and once you click on sign up, so you can select whichever shift you would like, or whichever slot. You click sign up, and then that drop-down menu will tell you how many spots are available, and you can select as many as you would like here. Maria said, can I use an email distribution group for invitations versus entering each individual member's email? You can. So we do have a bulk email list. So if we go to the members tab, we can click on the drop-down menu. We'll go to invite friends. There you go. And then you're going to click on email list, and you can insert up to 50 emails at a time here. So bulk email list. Let's see. Anna said, can you please review the fees 5.8% for something and 30 cents for something? So the Stripe fees are 5.8%. And 30 cents per transaction. Is that correct, Christine?
That's correct. So Stripe charges a flat payment processing fee of 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. And then there's an additional 2.9% for the integration of being able to utilize it on the platform. So the total fees is 5.8% plus 30 cents per transaction. And it does sound high based on how that maths. But when you compare it to like a Cheddar Up or even to like using Eventbrite, we come in lower in terms of the payment processing fee per ticket. So we come in at like 89 cents. Eventbrite comes in at $1.24, and Cheddar Up comes in at around 98 cents. That's per ticket.
Perfect, thank you.
And yeah, absolutely. And again, with the ACH, those will be reduced even further once we have that available on the platform.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is from Christy. when will we get our service area hub invitations? So you can expect your service area hub invitations as soon as early next week. So we do expect to have those out on Monday.
And Danielle, there are lots of other questions about, do we create our service area our troop rallies underneath? That is all set up. That all of that information came over from Salesforce. Your people are in your troop rallies. Your troop rallies are in the service areas. You don't need to create any of those. And by attending this training, you get invited to your troop rally and your service area rally if you are a service area manager.
Perfect, thank you. When will Rallyhood be released to families and girls to join? So I do believe that that will be up to the service area manager, their discretion, the troop leaders, whenever they are ready to let their families and girls join, whenever they're ready to let them in.
So we made the troop leader the admin for every troop rally, and now it's up to you, the troop leader, to go from there. So if you are not ready, if you want to explore a little bit and you're not ready to invite everybody, you can do that at your pace. If you want to include more of your troop helper co-leader group as admins, it's up to you about who are admins on your troop rally and your pace about when you want to invite all of the other members of your troop.
Okay. Brooke asked, is there a way to turn off permissions to delete potentially by role, since it sounds like we can't get it back if things are deleted? So a way to turn off permissions to delete. So you can turn off, yes, there is absolutely a way to turn off permissions. You can do that within the settings of a rally. So Alicia, do you want to click into the settings gear? And here we can go to manage features. And from here, if we click, let's say, click into the message wall for an example. Is it not allowing you to? So here you can turn off features from your rally. You can turn them off on your navigation bar menu. And then also there is a way to turn off your settings for your permissions. And let me just make sure. Christine, do you know specifically where you can turn off the permission? Oh, there we go. Alicia found it. Sorry,
Yeah.
she got it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alicia. So this is actually where you can turn off and really personalize your preference experiences. So you can set your permissions there where all members, like for the message wall here, you can do all members may post here, or all members may view, but only Rally admin may post here. And you can allow for comments or you can disable comments from here. So every feature is different. They have various setting permissions. So you would just need to go through those and see which ones you wanted to activate or deactivate. You mentioned that the photo albums are limited to 50. I take a lot of pictures. Can we have multiple albums? So the photo albums are actually unlimited. It's just that you can bulk upload up to 50 images at one time. But you can have as many photos as you would like. And again, I know Amy already prefaced this, but your troop rally, your service areas and your troop rallies are already built. They did come over by the API sync that we have with Salesforce. And so they are ready to launch and we are ready to invite you in. So we will be doing that again on Monday. So you will not have to build these. They are pre-built for you. Can you go over the process for admins to approve invited members? Yes. So from the members tab, if you are an admin of this troop rally, from that members tab, you will see the approve and reject buttons right there. And you will just click on either, and that will either approve the person or you can reject them if you're not sure who they are. Also, something to note is if you don't know who they are or why they're requesting to join your rally, you can also send them a private message just to get a little more information or maybe direct them to the right location. Let's see. So the Rallyhood app that we downloaded previously is just a sandbox. Yes, correct. Right, Amy? There was a sandbox rally that maybe? No? No. Okay.
I think it for the user it might be a little confusing that you were invited to some rallies already. You were invited to one called Welcome to Rallyhood. You were invited to one called All Troop Volunteers, and you may have been invited to one called Council News and Events. And those are what we call council-wide rallies. They're just news and events kinds of things for all those different groups. Well, getting to know Rallyhood and the resources and tips and tricks, some news for just volunteers and general council events. So you may have already been in there, and we may have used language like try it out, try doing something in it, try try looking here or looking here. And so we may have used language like sandboxy kind of language, but that
Okay.
was Rallyhood. Now you're also going to be involved or invited into another part of Rallyhood, the service area rallies and the troop rallies. Now these are the ones that are specific to your service area or troop. So that's where your troop members are, your service area members are, and you can start to post your packing list for the camping trip coming up, your photos, your stuff. So the things that you were invited to before may have looked a little sandboxy because we're all getting to know Rallyhood and we're starting to post things that might be helpful, but that is also Rallyhood. It's the same ecosystem.
Perfect. Thank you, Amy. We did have a question from Amber. When new girls join your troop, will their info be added to the rally or do we need to add it ourselves? I do believe that they are referring to just like new membership. So if they do have an account with Salesforce, then they will automatically sync to your troop rally on a weekly basis.
Which just means if they're registered.
Registered, correct.
Yeah.
Helen asked, will we continue to get emails informing us that we have a question or comment in our rally? So you will receive notifications for your each of your individual rallies, and that will be dependent on your preferences. So in your My Settings, you can really personalize your experience and you can set it up in a way that makes sense for you. So Alicia, do you want to show, if we go back to the dashboard and just show in the My Settings tab, under notification settings. Here you can really customize what notifications you would like to receive. Also, we do suggest for the daily digest, which is the next tab, we do suggest keeping that turned on so that you can merge all of your daily digest. So that will also be like an aggregate email at the end of the day, at the end of every day, that you'll also see any messages or new comments or any activity within your hubs and rallies. Maureen said, if you don't see approve, reject on your rally members tab, does that mean you are not an administrator? Yes, if you're not seeing that, that could mean that you're not an administrator. If you would like to reach out to us at support@rallyhood.com, we can help you figure that out. And we are 5 minutes over. Do we want to um download the rest of the questions and maybe tomorrow myself and Mary can work on responding in the morning to the rest of them? Is that
Yeah, I would love to answer just one of them.
absolutely?
That is the question about, are we required to do this? I've been talking to a lot of people at kickoffs about Rallyhood, and everybody's in different situations. Some people are coming in as new kindergarten troop leaders, and some people are their girls are in 12th grade. And I think that there's lots of different answers to that question. If your girls are in 12th grade and you've been using band all along, the 25-26 is going to be about us learning to use Rallyhood, about us moving to Rallyhood and moving our council information to Rallyhood, incorporating it into how we do offer our services. So if your girls are in 12th grade, maybe you wouldn't use this because you've got something going and it's working for you, and um, your parents will be gone next year. If you are coming into Girl Scouting, I think this is super, super exciting that this is how you would start your troop. And I keep saying the group of people that we're working with Rallyhood are Girl Scout people. They know what this work is like, and they know what kinds of tools that you need to do the job of a troop leader. So this is a really exciting tool that's going to be really helpful for you to do your job. So we're going to work on integrating Rallyhood into our ways of work all year long and get to know it. You can adopt it at your pace. Eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a way to communicate. So you can decide how it's right for your troop. I'll tell you that eventually all of the different ways that we get information out now through Facebook groups and our council Facebook and the volunteer collective and Friday emails and Girl Scout newsletters. We're looking to simplify all of that so you know that there's one place where you find information, and it's Rallyhood. So we want to really get people to for sure know that Rallyhood is how you get information from the council, and that you're in it and able to get your information because it's searchable and it's private and it's no ads, and there's just tons of benefits for us to put all of our information in here and direct you to one place to find Girl Scout stuff. If you use it for your troop and communicating with your troop and sharing information with your troop, I could see that there are reasons why maybe using something else would make sense. But if you look at it, I think you're gonna find that it's very much the way Girl Scouts work, and it'll be very helpful to you. But for sure, council information is going to be in Rallyhood.
Perfect. Thank you, Amy.
So yes, if we didn't get to your question, we're grabbing your question and we're going to answer it.
Yes, I already grabbed all of them and I'm ready to answer them tomorrow morning. So thank you everybody for joining this evening's training session. We really appreciate all of you. We can't wait to have you on board Rallyhood.
Thank you everybody for
So
your time.
thank you. Yes. Thank you and have a great evening, everyone.
Night, everyone.